Ideal lifestyle, 2 transactions. Now that may be different for you, but it's still X number of transactions equals ideal lifestyle. Do you follow it so far?
Yes.
It's not that complicated. Now, here's where it gets good. Only 3 moving parts to all this. That's all you need. Real estate is not complicated. It is goddamn hard. It is a hard business. Don't let anybody blow smoke up your ass. It is a hard business you're in. It is competitive, difficult, hard, and it's not going to get any easier, and no technology is going to make it easier. If anything, it's going to make it tougher. That's the reality. The good news is you can clean up. You can totally clean up. You can have a rock star year. You can crush it. But you need to have these 3 moving parts in place. First, a good source of leads. It starts with that. That's your lifeline. Agents who quit usually get out of business because they go broke, homeless. It's because they don't have a system to generate leads on a repeatable, duplicatable basis. They still believe if I just boost my post on Facebook, somebody's going to like it, call me, and I'll sell them a house and make a lot of money. There are still naive people like that out there. So, number 1, system for leads. Number 2, you need to have a system, follow-up system, to turn those leads into appointments. That means a good contact management system, the right approach, knowing how to do this, knowing what to say. It's still a people business. You're still in a communication business. Who here still does not have a CRM? Contact management system. Everybody does? Thank God. Number 1 thing we get on Rockstars, that's the big face group we manage. What CRM should I use? It's the number 1 question we get. So you need that. Turn leads to appointments. And number 3, you need to have a system to turn those appointments into listings. Do you want to make a lot of money this year?
Yes.
You're not going to like what I'm telling you next. So brace yourself. Rista knows what's coming. Watch the matrix. Watch the formula. Leads to appointments to listings. What's missing? Say it loud. Who said that? Buyers. You want to make a lot of money in 2020? Stop wasting your time with buyers. Focus on listings. Become a listing machine. Become 100% listing agent. Don't be the idiot I was, driving around every Saturday and Sunday showing 15 houses, getting the offers written, making sure they get presented, and then hope. Add up the hours it takes to take a buyer from the moment you meet them somewhere, at the open house, for example, to the moment you get paid. Add up the hours. I'm here to tell you it's between 200 and 500 hours you invested. Now, at $10,000 commission, how much money per hour did you make? I'm no math wizard, but not enough is the right answer. You cannot control your time or your business working with buyers. It's impossible. The only way you're going to control the market, your time, your business, your sanity, is if you become a good listing agent. The end. There is no other way. Because good listings will naturally attract good buyers, so some transactions you will double in, some sellers will become buyers, some listings will be move-up listings, that's all good. But you cannot invest your time, money, effort, and energy into working with buyers. That is not a profitable business model. It's not a coincidence that all the superstars who do 300, 400, 500,000 or more get majority of their business from listings. How many buyers can you work with at one time, honestly? One, maybe 2, maybe 3. Like if you're really organized, you work with 3, that's it. Can you have 10, 15 listings on the market at any given time?
Oh yeah, yes.
Which one is better? You tell me. Which one makes more sense?
Listing.
You can play golf on the weekend, you can be with the family on the weekend, let the other idiots run around and show your listings. You stroll in on Monday morning with a large latte, close the door on your Benz, and you're like, bring it on, worker bees, bring it on. What you got for me? No, okay, I'll take that one. Yes, you can. No, you stay away. That's it. That's how it's done. I've been at this for many years, training tens of thousands of agents. Not one says, I'm making $1 million working buyers. That's impossible. That's just not possible. Notice that every good listing agent has what? Buyer's agents. Other little worker bees who do the dirty work for them. Yeah? Shift to become a good listing agent. I have systems, tools, there's plenty of information out there how you can do that. But you need to start shifting the mindset first. I want to become a great listing agent. Who here is a great listing agent? Raise your hand. Be honest. Who? Let me see. Let me see. Great listing agents. All right. So about half the group. Who here would love to become an awesome listing agent? Raise your hand. Like really good. You all can. I got some good news for you. This doofus from Czechoslovakia was a good listing agent. If this doofus figured it out, every single one of you can. Here's why. It does not require any talent. You don't need to have any talents. God knows I have none. I really don't. Good looks, that's all I got, and a beautiful wife. It's a set of skills.
No ego.
It's a set of skills. You can develop these skills. You can learn. It's really just a set of skills. Yeah? All right. So now, here's where the how am I going to get there? It's going to come in. So like this is just an example to show you how this works. We divided it transactions, buyer sites, seller sites, year, month, week. So 11 seller sites, 6 buyer sites, which I think is still high, but she likes self-inflicted pain, I guess. Listings taken 14, listing appointments 25, seller leads 250. Math. It's just math. You break it down by year, month, week. That's it. So what do I need to focus on right now? Where is the business? Right there. Seller leads. So my next thing is then, what's the next logical question? How do we get those leads? Yeah? Are you with me so far? Is it making sense? Is this helpful? Break it down simple. Don't overcomplicate things. So I got good news for you. All you need is 4 funnels. You don't need 15 different lead generation sources. You need 4. And then, of course, if you want to increase the money, like you guys, 250 and higher, you simply increase these numbers. That's all you got to do. It's just math. All right. First of all, sellers you're going to focus on will be willing, able, ready. You're not in the business to motivate somebody. You can't. Look for sellers who are willing. They want to work with you. They're able to sell. They have equity. And they're ready. And I'll give you some sources that I think are the easiest to convert. Would that be cool? And I'll show you how to do that. All right. This is how you fix that money problem if you have it. More quality leads. Right there. Because if I have good source of good leads, and I know how to convert them into appointments because I have a good follow-up in place, and then I know that once I sit down with the seller, I can most likely convert them into a good listing unless something unforeseen happens. You're in business. And then if you know how to get good listings, your problems are solved. You don't need to overthink it or overcomplicate it. This is really the answer. I got to get good seller leads, and I got to convert them. So let me show you how that works. There are several ways. There are 46 sources of business that you can have in place. Passive and active. Passive meaning you're hoping and waiting for somebody to come to you. Active, you go out and get the business. Pretty self-explanatory. Some you spend a lot of money on, little effort, like Facebook ads. Some you spend more effort, very little money, or no money. So if I were to do this again all over again, I would suggest this. So let's just assume that I'm going to need 200 leads because I want 24 listings in the next 12 months. 2 a month. Would that be good? 2 listings a month? So let me break it down how I would do it. I would set up funnels with sellers who are already in the process. I don't want to spend months and months and months of follow-up. I want somebody who is either already in the process or about to enter it. Would that make more sense? So here's what I would set up. Funnel number 1 of the good leads would be expired listings. Somebody already raised their hand saying, I want to sell. Somebody already signed a contract with somebody. But Borino, they didn't sell. They probably overpriced the property. I'm here to tell you from experience, expireds was my number 1 redemption, number 1 source of business. Because what I have found is no matter what those sellers tell you, who works expireds actively? Anybody? 1. Get on expireds. Right now, market is hot, a lot of listings are selling. Yes?
Yes.
Go back. Pull expired 6 months old, a year old. There are data providers that will aggregate this for you. They will get you contact information, emails, phone numbers. Reach out to these people. Sign up for service like Espresso Agent or Land Voice or RedX. There's a whole bunch of them out there. Funnel number 1 can be a great source of listings. Quick listings, where you don't spend a year following up. You turn them quickly. Number 2, funnel number 2 of my beautiful artwork for sell by owners. I did an interview with the CEO of a company called Fizber. Anybody heard of Fizber? It's one of the largest FISBO sites where FISBOs go and advertise. They have 93,000 FISBOs. They've been tracking this for 4 years.
Fizber?
Fizber.
Fizber.
Mm-hmm.
ISBUR.
F-I-Z-B-E-R, Fisber. What they found, you ready for this? 70% of for sale by owners list within 30 days with an agent. 70% list with an agent in 30 days. It could be 60 days in some areas, it varies slightly, but their average out of the 93,000 that they've been tracking. So that means do you have for sale by owners? 7 out of 10 will be listings, usually within a month. What you have is what they don't have is data. You know the odds are against them. Only 8% of the transactions, the lowest since the NAR has been tracking, 8% of the transactions in the US are for sale by owners. You would think, well, that's kind of interesting, but with all the technology, shouldn't they have easier time selling? The answer is no. The business has become so complex. Finding the right buyers becomes so hard for them, they're not selling. They will list. Work them. What's the number one reason agents use as an excuse not working for sale by owners? Yell it out, right?
They don't get the commission.
They don't get paid commission?
Or they don't want to deal with objections.
Right there. It's tough. FISBOs are tough. They're difficult. I'm here to tell you they're tough if you're using the wrong approach. If you're trying to convince them. Do you like to be convinced? Let me convince you why you should become Borino student. I'm going to convince you right now. You ready? You immediately go like, fuck me, no. Am I right? Nobody likes to be sold. Nobody likes to be pressured. Nobody likes to be convinced. Because what are you really telling them? What you're doing is stupid. Right? Isn't that what the agents are telling them? You know, you're losing money. You should be listing with a real estate agent. You know, we're professionals and we're #1 in the area. Buzz off. Use a different approach. Be cool and helpful. Good for you. You want to save $8,000. That makes perfect sense. I'm glad you're doing it. Hopefully this will work out. How can I help? Would you like me to help you? Like, I saw a flyer. I see a couple of problems with it. Should we address it? Can I point them out to you real quick? Would that be helpful? Do I have the seller's attention now? Am I being cool and helpful? Am I trying to sell them? No. I'm encouraging them. Because from their perspective, saving $8,000, $10,000 makes perfect sense. Right? Wouldn't you save that kind of money if you could? Help these people. That should be funnel number 2. Funnel number 3 should be your sphere. Now, I'm not saying go Amway on them. That's not working your sphere effectively. When your friends stop taking your calls, you know you've gone too far. So don't do that. But they need to know 4 things about you. Have you ever had like a good friend who went with somebody else? And you're like, I'm going to punch them in the neck so hard. It's only 4 reasons. You need to have 4 things in place. When your friends, your neighbors, or God forbid your past client, everybody had a past client listed with somebody else? And you're like, I'm going to shoot them. I worked my ass off for these people. What happened? I'll tell you what happened. 4 things. Number 1, they need to know who you are. So start with your neighbors. Everybody in your neighborhood needs to know who you are. Get to know your neighbors. That should be your farm. Start there. Need to know who you are. Number 2, need to know what you do. They need to be clear. Hey, I'm in real estate. I help people just like you sell their house for top dollar. Number 3, how to get in touch with you. They may know who you are. They may even know you're in real estate. But if they're at the gym and their friend says, you know what, we're thinking about selling a condo. I think it's time for us to get a house. You're like, I have a perfect agent, Rista. I just don't know how to get a hold of her. You're in trouble. So they need to know. Okay? And number 4, and this is the most important one. Who you are, what you do, how to get in touch with you. Here's number 4. This is why you lose referrals. Why they can trust you. Why they can trust you. The number 1 reason your friends go with somebody else is they know you're in real estate, they know who you are, they even have your phone number, but they just don't trust you. Okay? So you need to establish trust. Is that helpful? Yes? Are you guys learning? Is this good? Yeah. Do you know what to do now? Can you go back to your business, do a quick review and say, I need to correct a few things about how I work my sphere. Because I'm here to tell you half your business can be referrals that just nicely flow to you if they know who you are, yes, what you do, proof that you're doing it, helping other people, you're active without being salesy. Yeah? Is that cool? All right. Let me give you number 4. These are all very inexpensive, easy. Open house. Have people come to you who have some kind of interest. Good open house should bring you 20, 30 people. If you're not getting 20, 30 people, you're screwing it up. And out of those 20 or 30 people, 1 or 2 will be really good leads. And those are the ones who say, we want to buy, but we have a problem. We need to sell something first. Ooh, I like those, right? Okay? Do an open house. Good open house, generate some interest, work the neighborhood before you do an actual open house, get some people in there. These 4 can generate 200 leads in a year. Without breaking up, they're not expensive, they're not complicated. Every single one of you can do this. Now, if you want to add to it, like you want to add Facebook, be careful with Facebook. It's not cheap, and you really need to know what you're doing. Anybody successful on Facebook? Running good ads? So-so? It's mostly buyers, right?
Yeah,
I have yet to meet somebody who says, dude, I'm crushing it on Facebook with sellers. It just doesn't work for sellers. Okay? These work well. These will get you listings.